All right. So I am continuing a previously started Frosthaven speedrun. We are in pretty decent shape. So this is the first time I've ever done a run that's going to be split between regular Frosthaven and and Tabletop Simulator. So the last level I played was the Abandoned Hideout, which is required for the puzzle book. As a reward for beating the level, you get one of the ancient coins. So in the digital version, there are only 2 ancient coins in the game currently. To get the 4 ancient, you loot 2 of them, and then you get one from this level that isn't in the game. And in the physical version, you get one when you level the tavern up all the way. I don't have the tavern over here, but and that is not the case in the digital version. In the digital version, the tavern just automatically gets leveled up when you bring back the first 2 coins. So my assumption is just that once they put the puzzle book in, we will just need to go and play the Abandoned Hideout. Pretty certain about that. And you unlock the Abandoned Hideout by looting the first 2 coins. So I did that last. Now the problem, I need to like convert this into the digital game. So we're gonna go do a little untimed level because I would get 2 inspiration for beating this. Unfortunately, I'm just not gonna be able to get all of the loot that I got here, but it's okay. In digital currently, my kelp is going to retire after getting 4 more experience. So the 8 experience that I just got in that level that I played earlier today in the Abandoned Hideout would be enough. And then we're sitting at 26 inspiration currently. So I really do need the 2 inspiration from the Abandoned Hideout. So we are just going to go beat a level really, really quick. Untimed. I think the Buried Ducks makes the most sense. It's a 2-turn level, but it's small enough that it should load quickly. And I can easily beat it in 2 turns, I assume. So we're going to do that real quick, and then we will go back to town in the digital version, unpause the timer, and start working towards Call of the Harbinger, and then Life and Death in Tabletop Simulator, and then back to digital to finish all of the final grinding, which is a little bit awkward. And then that will unlock the final 3 levels, the Unfettered Seal, the Sawvast Seal, and the Frosthaven Seal. So just get this real quick. I do not have a method for this right here, but surely it's going to be really easy. I'm thinking just come down here and go after this guy. And that'll work. Let's go here. No, what am I doing? These first because of the snowball, and then here and here. All right. I just barely don't reach with the flask and get the loot. But oh well. Oh, I need to make sure I got 2 experience. It was 3. Okay, yeah. That's enough experience. Because I got 4 total. And that should be everything that Kelp needed. Yeah. Okay, and we can unpause the timer now. Because now it's like we're leaving the level. And we do not need anything else from this kelp. We will just disenchant the potions. Although I'm really, really good on all my herbs, so it doesn't look like that matters. Do I need... I think coral... maybe it's not short on hide, but we'll just buy some, just to make sure. Oh, it doesn't have any wood. I don't know if I need any. So I can retire now. Before I do, I need to make sure that there is a personal quest available. So let's just delete. And you don't have anything, do you? No. Delete. And it doesn't matter which one of these I take.
Your mind is filled.
All right. Now, Snowflake needs to donate. What do I need at this point? I think I'm just going to start mainly building required buildings. Like the temple. And now I'm just building up for Call of the Harbinger. And Snowflake needs to be donating. Okay. I still need to donate 5 more times. But that's alright. But I don't need to play any more levels on Snowflake. So let's get rid of these. Set her aside, and then now I build up these characters. I want a major power, I want a frenzy, and a fulminant. I'm level 4, okay, so 4 potions with the major cloak is all I can hold. And then here it is a major power, I want the swiftness, and a muscle. Okay, I want the Staff of Eminence over the Skinning Knife. I can upgrade the Cloak of Pockets to the Cloak of Many Pockets. I can... I want a helmet, the Inspiring Helmet. Is that everything? Is that full build? Oh, no boots. Okay. Rough boots. That's why I needed so much hide. Okay, and I think we're ready to go. Oh, I can level Coral up to 4. Which I want to do to get Endless Cycle for much better initiative. And now we go out. Yeah, there is a building, so we go to Call of the Harbinger, which is the final level in digital currently.
Walking out of
We're not bringing Army. Okay. So Coral, I want Endless Tide, and I think I want Mighty Claws, and then other than that, I'm only bringing cards that have tides on them. Oh, and I guess Encresting Force, right? And then I can choose one not to bring, and I think it needs to be a bottom that I don't bring, so I'll leave Cleansing Swell behind, because there's no chance that I die. Yes, okay, all tides except Cleansing Swell. And then I need Fluid Night for Rest and Shade. And then those don't matter. Oh, I was supposed to grab one more potion on Kelp. Coral. That's alright. We want the Snow Imp and the Black Imp. Okay, this level is pretty cool and really complicated. So there are 2 bosses, one in the main room and one in a side room. The one in the main room is completely invincible right now. And there is an altar in the main room. Whoever kills the altar in the main room gets teleported to the side room. And then in the side room, they fight the second version of the boss. Once they've dealt 1/3 of the second version of the boss's hit points, they get teleported back to wherever the other character is in the main section of the scenario. Then you cannot destroy the altar in the second room until both characters are in that room. Once both characters are in that room, whoever destroys the altar goes back to do the second third of damage to the boss. And same thing with the final room. Once you destroy the final altar with both characters having to be in the room, the one that destroys it goes in and can kill the boss, and then you can damage this boss, who's going to drop all the way down to 8 hit points at that point. So this starts really sketchy. And that shield card is not something I want to see. So Deathwalker comes in here, and I really want to kill this Harrower. What have I decided to do here? I think I major power potion this. Oh, okay, I remember. So I come over here with Shadow Step. I use the Black Imp to get an attack into one of these imps. And I want to not kill it so that I can capture it with the net. That's my 6th pet capture over here. And then now I major power potion and hit this guy. Unfortunately, he got the bonus retaliate and the bonus shield. So I need a lucky +2 to kill him. Okay. Well, that's a lot of damage that I really don't want to take, but we'll see. Ah, and the miss. I guess I straight up can't afford that miss, can I? Okay, then we muscle potion all of this, I guess. Oh, I never got one of these guys. I guess it's not the end of the world. This level's hard. Okay. Oh, and the boss is gonna hit me. This is just... Let's just... I cannot let that happen. I feel like I had come up with something good here to do, but I am not remembering it. What do I want? I guess I can go ahead and destroy the Altar of Shadows. That's what I'll do. That will work. This is, I think this is the most complicated level in the run. And this first turn is just not easy, especially with this guy getting the shield. It's really annoying. We're gonna go reverse order. I feel better about that. Oh, I didn't advantage it. Oh, dang it. This is so stupid. Hit him. Capture. Potion. Strengthen. Okay, and I think I draw a +2 on him now. And I don't take the retaliate, which is much, much better. And I'm going to use this fulminant flask here to destroy this, which is going to put me in the second room.
The deep
Oh, I guess I will still get hit by the boss, because now I get hit by the other one. I was thinking doing that was going to dodge the boss. But I guess not. Okay, good. He didn't kill me. That's all that really matters. I can hit the boss and go ahead and make a shadow. And then over here, it's skitter is the main thing I care about. Skitter with a top. Okay, we're getting attacked in the second room. He's melee, so he's going to run up here. Do I go this next room on Coral? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, I do one more turn of 2 tides. Losing a card here is not a big deal. We'll drop Forceful Spirits. Now I want to activate Fluid Knight and Eclipse while I get a bottom and a top tide. Man, I really took so much damage on that first turn from the Retaliate. Maybe I should just be resetting if it's that Retaliate card. Because bonus shield plus Retaliate is really rough for Deathwalker. We live that? We do live that. That's really good. And then I cannot afford to teleport away yet. And now I go for killing the boss and moving into the next room. Okay, good. It's the boss in the first room, and it's a heal out of the Black Imps. That's a really good card to see from them. So move 3 becomes 4 with Skitter, becomes 7 with the potion that gives bonus move. I can move to here. 10 initiative out of the Shrike Fiend is amazing. Okay, so there are no attacks coming from these guys, which means that it's fine for me to just do 2 tides. If the imp were going to eat my element, then I would stun with Smashing Torrent. But since they're not doing that, I don't have to worry about anything. I can just go here. And then on Deathwalker now, I have Wave of Anguish for this guy. Oh no. I need to deal a lot of damage with this. This needs a +1. Am I 2 hit points away? Oh man, that's so awful. This level's too hard. I see a way through it, though. I need to not lose Restless. I need to not lose Restless Spirits here, and then I think I'm fine. Which does mean... I guess I'm losing Deepening Despair. But that's fine. The initiative on that is totally fine, given what they did this next turn. Because they were very kind to me. Okay, I need to practice this level a lot, because this one is really tough. I don't know where that curse even came from. Does this guy curse with all of his attacks? Oh. I thought it was just the guy in the first room that cursed with all of his attacks. That's really rough. Okay, I don't have any more curses in my deck, though. And that gets him down low enough to bring me into this room. And luckily the imps were healing. And now, I guess I can just short rest And I can go at like 50. And Coral can go all the way in. Okay, this is really good. So Inspiring Helmet is going to grant Deathwalker a move. I need Deathwalker right next to the door. So it's really wasteful for my head slot to be that one singular movement, but I need it. No, we don't need dark there. Then Staff of Eminence, we're going to consume the dark for +1 to all attacks. Major Power Potion for +2. Boots for bonus move. And Strengthen to get around those curses. We destroy this altar, so now Coral will teleport into this room. And now we can use the Snow Imp to grant both characters a move, which means Deathwalker can now enter this door, because it was locked until I destroyed the altar. Now Deathwalker is standing in that room already. And so Coral can damage the boss. I'm not sure where that bless came from. Maybe I donated to the church?
It flipped.
And then now we use the light, and that'll get back to this altar. And since Deathwalker is standing in this room, I can actually hit this. And now Coral just gets to wail on the boss in here. And I might just straight up kill it, because everything got stacked up really well. Good job, Coral. That was the last attack, too. Alright, it's not over, because I do need Deathwalker to kill the boss in the first room. Coral is not going to have an opportunity. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so we use the Fluid Knight now to teleport back here so that we can move when it's not our turn. And I get to attack. That's very good damage. That's what they did this turn. Okay, so that item just doesn't work. Well, that's okay. We'll run away as far as possible. Hopefully the boss isn't super fast. If the boss is super fast, I lose. I only have 1 health, right? Oh, man. The boss was fast, but not super fast. Okay, I still need a 0. Easy. Oh, man. Wow, that level is so hard. I definitely should have picked up a loot token, but whatever. All right. Call of the Harbinger is done. That is all 3 main storylines and all of the levels in digital, but I'm still going to do digital to get all the way up to Prosperity 8 to get everything before we fully switch over into Tabletop Simulator. We are going to play Life and Death before doing all of the grinding, though.
You stepped.
All right. You should just need to capture 2 pets. Yes, I just need to capture 2 more enemies. And have I seen the Infuser yet? No, I get the Infuser in 1 more week. Generally, hide is the resource I need the most. There are a bunch of buildings that we need to upgrade in order to unlock the end, and we need to get up to Prosperity 8. But getting there should be easy. I don't need Inspiring Helmet for the next level anymore. And so, what was I taking in the head slot instead? It might just be Charm of Expertise. Yeah, let's just get the Charm of Expertise on Coral. And that will be the head slot for the next item, next level. And we can also pick up a minor power for his other potion slot. And there is nothing left to do other than upgrade buildings. I really don't have the hide. Okay. Hi, Ken. So just there and back again to reset town. This is going to bring...
Since the carpenter set up shop,
we should have the infuser. Yeah, okay. We got this level from the infuser now, Radiant Dust. We need to go there with Deathwalker to capture some pets. We don't have either of the dragons, so we're going to go get those real quick. Did I get hide here? I think I got wood. Whoops. And on Snowflake, we need to donate. And so I'm just going to go with these two characters. This level has both Rending and Spitting Drakes, so those two captures, and then Deathwalker will be good to go. This event is annoying because it forces you to remove some of your cards. Also, Shadow Step is like one of the most useful cards that I could possibly have for trying to get these. Because it lets me move a lot and make a shadow, which is... that's everything you do that does damage with Deathwalker. I should still have my potions available, though, so it should be easy to capture the pets. I think we're going to come in way below this 8-hour and 20-minute mark. Way below. And I don't know if I should be doing the grind before playing Life and Death or not. I guess once I have the digital game, it will make sense to do it this way. Right now, with it being split between Tabletop Simulator and not, it doesn't make any sense. But I think it will. Oh, no. Okay, that's the Spitting Drake. Good. So I can just move up here, and then with Power Potion... let's just do a default attack for 2. No, that's a very bad health amount. Let's not use the Power Potion, and let's do this attack for 3. And then now with the Fulminant Flask, I can capture. And we can just leave and come right back and get that Spitting Drake. It's not every single scenario. It's like, I think 36 or 37 scenarios. But it's everything you need to beat the game. I can show you the list of completed levels in a second. I guess after this, because we need to go capture this one more pet. That we have the Rending Drake here now. We need the Spitting. Rending Drake will give us wound on melee attacks, which is useful. The Spitting Drake is not useful, but the Rending Drake will get a use. But yeah, this finishes the 3 main storylines and unlocks everything necessary for the end game, which I'm very excited for that to be added to the game. But we still have 2 months. So I might be prepping a little too hard too early. Also, I think having Tabletop Simulator open in the background and streaming and recording is too much for the computer to handle. Do I make it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, with bonus movement I do. All right, +1 is what I want to see. Okay. Okay, I want to see another 0. Well, not a miss. Never works. Alright, major power potion. And now net. I think the endgame scenarios are pretty cool. I don't particularly like the final one very much. But I do like the next to last level. Yeah, the final Frosthaven level I would definitely say is better than the final the final Gloomhaven level. Like story-wise, I like the ending story. It's decent. All right, hide is what I'm shortest on, so that's what I'll buy from the inn. We need the craftsman, the enhancer, the stables, the temple. Craftsman, enhancer, stables, temple. We need all of those, and the tavern, all maxed out. So I still need craftsman, stable, and enhancer, but that's it. Oh, and we need to build the climbing gear. In the physical version, I don't think you'll need the climbing gear, but in digital, this puzzle, the next puzzle, this one, the very first part of it is to build the climbing gear, which I think is really funny. So we do need the climbing gear. Oh, and then these are all of the scenarios that have been completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And then a 35th has already been done in Tabletop Simulator. And then there are 4 more levels total. So 40 levels altogether for everything. Okay. Deathwalker is good to retire. Why you have absolutely no axe nut? I thought that that was in the garden. I guess you don't really need it for anything. And leveling this up next. Can retire. And we will take Let Them Be, which gives us the jeweler and the lumber depot. And finally, put everybody in. I need some blesses here. And then these characters basically just have gold, is the only reason they're still around. So we just go to Town in Flames and then back to town over and over again, buying resources and building buildings until everything is built up that is needed.
An incoming merchant ship tipped the...
Craftsman, make sure to donate. How many more donations? 2 more. The level where you're floating on the wood and you have to fight the fish guy till he's half dead. You can choose to stop. Yes, I have Flotsam. I have played that level. So you can choose to join him or you can choose to fight him, and there are 2 different scenarios that you go play, depending. Either way, the scenario immediately ends, and one way you go play a level where you're like, oh no, either way, the next level you play is the exact same, because you're going to try to like receive to he sends you on a quest to like go pick up something, either as an enemy or as a friend. And if you're a friend to him, he sends some piranha pigs to help you. And then once you've grabbed that piece, then it splits into two different directions. One where you have to like storm his palace, and I don't remember the other one. Or maybe that's the level. I think in that case you play a level where you are defending him. The levels you're talking about are 71, 72, 73, 74. So Flotsam is the one where you choose whether you fight him or not. And no matter what, you play gaps in the road. And you either have some piranha pigs as help from him or you don't. Either way, the level's not that difficult. And then if you chose to be on his side, then I think you do Apotheosis, where you're defending him for like 12 turns. And if you want to let him rule the world, then, I guess, spoilers. If you want to let him rule the world, then he does. Like, he just rules the world or something like that. He becomes all powerful after you defended him for 12 rounds, and he wins. Well, and you win. And then your character just retires, and you don't go and play 77, the final scenario in the quest line. When you are not friends with him, you go and play Infiltrating the Lair, and I don't remember exactly what you're doing, but you're storming his palace, and it has water that damages you. This is a really fun level, but this one's really, really difficult. And then after you've defended him for 12 rounds in Apotheosis, you can choose to fight him instead. And if you choose to fight him instead of letting him have power, then you do the final level, the Fish King's Ascension, where you have to kill him. And this level is also very hard. Okay. Did I donate here yet? Okay, I donated, so we just need to build another building. Okay, we need an enhancer level. And now it looks like wood is what I am out of. But no matter what, I'm really good on metal. And now we can say goodbye to this snowflake.
You're walking through town when you lose your balance.
Ugh. At least I had some soldiers. Let's see. Contribute here first. And now she's out of gold. So we'll start buying here. And retire. Oh, I guess she wasn't out of gold. Close enough. This should give us the metal depot, I believe. Yeah. Metal depot. And I'm almost up to prosperity 8 now. And I still need... I just need craftsman levels. Right? Is that it? Yeah, I think that's all of the other requirements. We can glance through the puzzle book. But, I mean, I guess let's just finish this first. Yeah, I think I like the level where you do not side with him more. I was really nervous, though, the first time I played the level, because I was, like, on Flotsam when you're fighting him, because all my characters were, like, super, super close to dead. I had no stamina left. And so when he offered to be on our side, I was like, yes, we are definitely, I am definitely joining you, because I thought I was going to, like, you get him to half health, and you get the chance to join him. I thought I was going to have to kill him if I couldn't... if I chose to not join him. And there was no way that I had enough stamina to do that. But that was not the case.
for an early morning.
All right, we still need craftsman levels. Oh, wow, that's a lot of wood.
You come across Violet.
The Tanjo. Sell that for some gold. Yeah, still not enough wood.
An inox.
Okay, I think that's the final level of the craftsman. And then we can do the metal depot as it grants 2 prosperity for building it instead of 1. Okay. And I think we're going to say that is everything. Right at week 51, we are now prosperity 8. The library is maxed out. The enhancer, the craftsman, the tavern, the temple. Those are all of the buildings that are required for the puzzle book. I'm pretty sure. Let's just look through these puzzles. So currently in digital, I am on the Algox Friends puzzle, which this one you just need to finish the Algox storyline, which we just did with Call of the Harbinger. I guess I can click on it right here, and now we can solve this from having beaten that level. And now we're to where it says coming soon. So this next puzzle, this is just, you need to finish the Unfettered storyline because you get like a key card for beating it. So that one's done. This one, you need to have fought the Lurker boss, uniting the crown. So that's done. This one, so in this one, you need all of the different pets. And like, you're supposed to place them. You're supposed to place them in places where the lines will intersect and form numbers in the numbering system. So like, technically, you need all of them to place them in the right places. Or you need the 10 main ones, and you just don't need the 2 sidekick ones. But I don't know what they're going to do for the requirements for digital, and I really think that they're going to change it so that it's something different from this puzzle. So maybe I need to upgrade the stables again. We couldn't get this final level that unlocks the last row until Prosperity 8, so it would be really annoying to have to grind up 8 lumber and 8 hide. And then I still need to capture a lightning eel and a forest imp. I have lightning eels available in multiple levels to just go and capture. And then there are forest imps in scenario 137, Pirates Queen Hall, and this level was unlocked when we beat Abandoned Hideout. So I have access to go capture forest imps and lightning eels if it's the case that we have to capture all 10 pets for the puzzle book once we get the digital implementation. This one requires max level craftsman, which I think the max level is actually one above this. It's just, this is the max level that's in the game currently. So I do think we're going to have to get one more level of craftsman, but not a huge deal there. This one, you just need to have unlocked all of the characters, which means we need to go play Life and Death to unlock shards. And this one, you just need to have completed all of the puzzles before it. And that's it. So yeah, we just need to unlock shards, and then the puzzle book is done. So I'm going to split right there, and I'm just going to switch Life and Death and Final Grind, or I don't know, it doesn't matter. And so we're done in digital now, and everything else is going to be Tabletop Simulator. But 7 hours and 20 minutes to get the Final Grind up to Prosperity 8 is amazing. Shards isn't in digital yet, no. I can tell you how you unlock it if you want. Puzzle book wasn't the best part of the game. You like the one puzzle that was about random numbers or whatever written on various items and stuff you saw throughout the game. Yeah, I don't even know. I honestly, I have not really even looked at the puzzle book very much. Mostly I've just looked through the, like, I've looked through Dwarf's spoiler log to see what all you need for... Oh, is it this one? Like, those 3 numbers? I never understood this one. I spent, like, I don't know, 20 minutes looking at this one, trying to figure it out. Like, once I knew the sequence, because, like, there's a place where you can read at the end of a scenario. It tells you a sequence that's, like, beetle, skull, anger, or something like that. And even with that, I looked at this for 20 minutes, and I could not find a pattern. Even knowing the numbers that it was supposed to be pointing to, I have no clue what we were supposed to be doing there. Call this done, and we can just exit now. Oh, I guess I shouldn't necessarily do it. I mean, I've got tons of herbs on everybody. We do need to make some new characters. Oh, and I guess there is one important point. Yeah, I should have made the characters in digital and then made them over here, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. These characters are not going to play, but we are going to have... this next level is going to have a brand new snowflake and the coral that we were just using. Very importantly, this coral has not gotten very much experience. It's only got 1 level of experience, and so there's no way that it levels up to 5, which would be bad if it happened, but it won't. It can't. So we're level 4 with, like, I don't know, 8 experience or something like that. There's no chance we get to 210. I will have the mastery for at the start of your rest having more active tides than cards in the discard, because I did get that in the last scenario. And I take out both of the -1s, and I had 2 tides, and I should have 1 more perk to spend, so we'll just grab a rolling shield, I think. And that should finish coral. We had the... Oh, yeah, the head slot that I had does not work. Oh, no. I had enough gold for it. I wanted to buy the horned helm. It's only 35 gold. I had like 66. That's what I was supposed to do with my head slot, was buy the horned helm. And then the cloak of many pockets. We can also pick up a cloak of many pockets for this character. Then it was the staff of eminence. Not elements, eminence. And boots of... What is it? Rough boots? Yeah, rough boots. then I had both powers. I don't think I had a frenzy. I had a muscle. With this in level 4, I can hold 4 potions. Swiftness potion. I don't think I need Swiftness potion anymore, so we're going to go Major Frenzy over Swiftness potion. And then over here, Minor Power, Major Power, and Fulminant Flask. Should be all that we need. You're surprised nobody's made a mod that imports the Gloom characters into Frosthaven in digital? I know that they based Frosthaven Digital off of Gloomhaven Digital. Like, they got some of the base code to start off. But, it would be a lot of work. It would be a lot of work to get the Gloomhaven characters playable. And even more to get the 2.0 characters playable, but that would be fantastic. If we ever get that. 2.0 characters in Frosthaven would be a dream come true. Alright, I think this is all we need for that. This is a brand new Snowflake that is just being made. And so she should have 6 available. And I can just do this to reset their decks. And now we can go play the final 4 scenarios. What happened here? What? I've never seen it do that before. Why did it do that? That's weird. And it made duplicates of some of the items. That's really weird. Okay. All right, but we should be good to go. Yeah, that looks right to me. Oh, I need the level up cards. So Smashing Torrent, Shuck, and Endless Cycle are what I'm taking for Coral. And then we take out most cards that don't have tides on them. Actually, I think it's all of the cards that don't have tides on them, because I switched Mighty Claws for Cleansing Swell, which was the card that was out before. And it's cringe, but it's nothing but Tides and Cresting Force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that is correct. And then for Snowflake, it's Birds in a Tempest, Polar Vortex, Biting Frost. And we can take a lot of these out. Spirit's Call might actually be worth playing if I have room for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Oh, it didn't give me Biting Frost. 1 to drop. Oh, Frigid Growth. I guess with Frigid Growth I could strengthen Coral, and then I don't need a Muscle Potion. But I'm not going to worry about it. This setup should be just fine to play Life and Death. I'm pretty sure you can get the Gloomhaven characters in here. I think they're just in here. Oh, maybe not. Nope, maybe I'm wrong. I thought the Gloomhaven characters were in here. I'm sure there's a way to get the Gloomhaven characters in Frosthaven Tabletop Simulator. I'm certain of it. The 1.0s at least. I don't think the 2.0 characters are in anything on Tabletop Simulator yet. Alright, this level is interesting. I've only played it. I've looked at it once and I've played it on one other occasion. So I guess we'll read it real quick. I mean, we're not really, like, the timer's on, but we're not really trying to go fast at this point anymore. Scenario is complete when all enemies are dead. We add 2 -1 cards, and we start muddled. And I don't think either of these characters can ignore negative scenario effects. Feels like Coral should be able to, maybe. No. Just negative item effects. Okay, so we have Moonshard, our little ally. Let's... add the extra modifiers. Yeah, it's trying. Surprised I haven't done what? Okay. That's done. Okay, so we have Moonshard as an ally. She has hit points and is unaffected by Retaliate. On initiative 50 each round, she performs move for level and attack for level +1. And we are monster level 3. So right now her base attack is 4. Any character can lose cards to prevent damage from Moonshard. If Moonshard dies, the scenario is lost. When the door is open, read a thing. Yeah, I would say I haven't finished, like, playing and enjoying everything that I can out of the Frosthaven characters yet. There are still several Frosthaven characters that I haven't put that much time into. And all of the Gloomhaven characters I've played a lot. Alright, so I'm going to start this out with White Winds and Snowball, and then on Coral, it's literally just set up tides. Snowflake first. Maybe doing this while I'm muddled isn't a great idea, but I don't know. We're just going to pop both potions, so +3 to all attacks. And so Whiteout is going to be attack for 5, 6, 7. And it's range 4, so I can go here, here, here. And then Eagle Eyes will cancel out the disadvantage. So attack for 5, and then 6, that kills, and then this guy for 7, he takes 9. Is he healing? No. Beautiful. I could move him, but I think I don't want to. Yeah, it doesn't really get me anything. Oh, I need to pick pets. I definitely want to bring the Rending Drake, and then I guess it's probably just the Snow Imp as the second pet. Alright, so Snowflake is done. Coral is just going to activate Tides. The Harrower is going to go 1, 2, 3. And attack. I guess he would go here and target these two. Attack for 2 into each of us. So that's 1 damage and 3. I have a shield here, so I take 1 less. And then both characters get impaired. And then Moonshard comes here and attacks for 4. And it does 5. And Moonshard is immune to Retaliate. And the Deep Terrors are dead. And then here it is just activate Tides. And then I guess I just go as fast as possible and try to kill. So Snowflake, I can just do an attack for 2, and because of this, it's attack for 5, and it kills. And then I'm going to use White Winds to move Coral forward. Right there is fine. Infestor is dead. Moonshard's just going to stand still. And then more tides. Now I might as well go ahead and play Spirit's Call while I get more tides. So Spirit's Call is going to push Coral and Moonshard both over to the door. And it's going to give a Bless into each. Yeah, I really hope... I've seen the request a lot for us to get some sort of New Game Plus mode where you can start with all of the characters you've unlocked in a previous file. I think it would be... It's very possible that we'll get something like that so that you can start a file with Fist and Snowflake at the same time. Playing 2E, you like the randomness to the order you unlock characters versus Frosthaven where it's kind of an order. 100%. Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts of Gloomhaven 1 was like the very first character that I unlocked was 2 minis. And then I got lightning bolts really early. And then like my first digital playthrough, I got triangles really early. And previously triangles had been like a really end game unlock for us. And then all of a sudden, Triangles was my first character unlocked, and it felt very, very different playing it early. Shards is very, very broken. 5 blesses plus the lucky dice is just crazy. Lucky dice plus blesses and a glancing potion to make sure you never roll into the miss is way too good. All right, at this point, I think I should just long rest Snowflake. And Coral can just play 3 cards. A top tide, a bottom tide. Yeah, a top tide, a bottom tide, and I guess I don't need Endless Cycle, do I? But that's fine. So we'll do that, and Snowflake just rests while Coral activates those 2 and has this in the discard. And I don't really care which card Snowflake loses because the only thing I need to do now is play Biting Frost and Birds in a Tempest. Oh, okay, so that means that I want to make sure I bring this perk to create an element when I long rest. So let's just say that I did that instead of this one. So we have the ice, and we have light and dark. And so now Coral goes at 41. That's a little bit late. So I don't know if it's what, like, I want to activate a tide on the turn because of the +1/+2 modifiers, where if you've activated a tide for the turn, but maybe going at 8 would be better enough that I should go at 8 and just have 1 less tide. The thing is, the monsters in this room are really, really slow, so it might not matter. Anyway, Snowflake is first, so she will first activate Birds in a Tempest. So just move for that. And then with Biting Frost, this is now granting Coral a move 5, attack for 8. So we open this door. There is a special rule here. From now on, all characters and character summons gain disadvantage on all of their attacks, and Moonshard gets +1 damage. So Moonshard is now attacking for 5, and we're permanently muddled, basically. So Coral is being granted move for 5, attack for 8. And so I will just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will activate the Rending Drake. So there are wound on all of Coral's attacks. So attack for 8 over here. At disadvantage, it will miss. Unfortunate. So this guy is wounded. And then we need Earth Demon and Deep Terror. And okay, maybe I don't need to worry about the initiative. So we can activate Pool of Power. And then, does it make sense to attack with Cresting Force first? I think it does. So, Horned Helm. Anytime we move 4 hexes on our turn, our next attack is increased by 1. With the Rough Boots increasing all of our move abilities by 1, Skitter increasing all move abilities by 1, and Birds in a Tempest increasing all move abilities by 2, we have move 5 with every single part of Shuck. So we always have the Horned Helm active. So that's a permanent power potion. And then double power potions, and then we can Staff of Eminence the light. So that's plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to every attack from Coral. So let's Muscle Potion, and we get plus 5 to all attacks. I guess it's only plus 4 to this first one because I haven't moved yet, and I'm going to do the Cresting Force, I think. So Cresting Force is attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 4 is attack 13. So let's go right here with attack 13. And it will overkill by 13. And then I think it makes the most sense to Frenzy Potion here. So Frenzy Potion right here. So this is attack for 8. Okay, and that'll kill. And then now we start shucking. So these are all move for 5. Yeah, all move for 5 and then attack for 5. Move for 5, attack for 5 with wound. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get the Horned Helm, attack right here. That does 6. And it'll poison and wound. And then come over here and attack right here. And that'll kill. That was 2 parts of the Shuck. Then I have move for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack right here. This is the 3rd part of the Shuck. It does 6. Oh. Poisons and wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4th part. That's a plus 2, so that does 7 and kills. Oh, wait. When I opened this door, we got another thing. All monsters add plus 1 to their attacks targeting us, and Moonshard increases the damage by 1, and we still have disadvantage on all of our attacks. Okay. No big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the 5th attack. That does 7. And it will poison, wound, and bane because I have down to the depths and he's at 3 health. The next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have jump on all the moves. Or we ignore difficult terrain because of Skitter. Attacking right here. And now I think we add -1 to all of our attacks. Is that accurate? We add -1 to all attacks and -1 to all moves, but we still move 4 for every turn. But now everything is an attack for 4 instead of an attack for 5. So that will deal 5, which kills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 3 left. So I'll go here. Oh, so that only does 2 damage. And it'll poison and wound. And then here. And then the other guy. So most things went down there. You knew someone who reset their physical Frosthaven but randomized all the characters. Stars were different and all the other unlocks were different. Yeah, that is a really cool way to do it. If you're going to do a second file, I can't imagine how difficult it would be to reset the physical board game, though. So much work. And yeah, one of the big downsides to Frosthaven is like with the 3 storylines, like it's super easy to, I mean, how many people have never played either the Snowflake scenarios or the Fist scenarios or the Peace scenarios? And how many people have like only done this left side of the Unfettered quest and not the right, and the top side and not the bottom of the Lurker line? Because like, I mean, so few people probably even played like 50 total scenarios of Frosthaven. I would imagine most groups like peaked at like the 15 to 25 scenarios maybe. You have to be like a true sicko to have actually played all of the different storylines. It's Shuck. For each tide you have, do a move 1, attack 1. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tides. So 9 moves for 1, but buffed with boots to be move for 2, buffed with skitter to be move for 3, and then birds in a tempest to be move for 5s. So 9 move for 5s, horned helm to get plus damage, double power potions to get plus damage, and then the staff of eminence for plus damage. So 9 move for 5, attack for 5s basically. And then the pet gives wound, a tide gives poison, and the tide gives bane if they have 3 or fewer hit points remaining after hitting them. And I need a Harrower card. Oh, the Harrower... And so yeah, that'll finish Coral's turn. So that is lost. And the Harrower is just going to die to the Bane. Now Moonshard has a move for 5 with jump because of Birds in a Tempest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, let's see, it was attack for 4, 5, 6. Moonshard should have attack for 7 at this point. And 8 because of the poison. And so Moonshard's going to kill. And then this Earth Demon should see Moonshard. So moves for 1, and this one definitely sees Coral. Yeah, when you build into Shuck, it is by far the most broken thing in the game. That's why the speedrun does it, right? Like, I mean, I built into Shuck for Call of the Harbinger and for Life and Death and for, well, all of the final levels. All of the final 5 levels are just Coral shucking all over them. And so we can go ahead and rest, and we get to leave 1 tide up. So let's leave Overwhelming Wave. And I can short rest. It's totally fine. We heal the full with the Cleansing Swell. And then... this guy's already poisoned, so I think I just go over to him as fast as possible and hit him as hard as I can. And Snowflake, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. It's over, essentially. So Coral, move in here. Attack him with the loss for 4, but it's 3, and I'm still strengthened from the previous turn, so it's neutral. 4 because of the poison. And then attack for 1, attack for 2, because I would have had dark from the bottom tide I did last turn. And I did not do a tide this turn, so that's 2 damage and 1 damage. And then Snowflake has move 9 jump, and we get the moves reduced by 1, so move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can grant a move 2 into Moonshard. So 1, 2. And then Moonshard gets to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And attack for plenty, as long as it doesn't miss. And it doesn't, so that'll kill. And then this guy is going to go after me and attack really hard. I think he has advantage or something. It doesn't matter. The level's over. It's definitely power potions that do the lifting on the brokenness. And like for Coral, you have to take 5 turns setting up a super busted shuck. So you can't just always do it in every level. And it's really fun to do like 1 or 2 times. So in that respect, I'm really glad that Coral is not... Like, Kelp is so good for the early part of the run that I really need a Kelp for the speed run. But then as soon as I finally finish the Lurker line and get Coral, and Coral can start at a high enough level to have Shuck and Major Power Potions, it's like, okay, now it's the Shuck show. Anyway, we're going to call this level done. Oh, it lost my scenario book. I don't actually know what is in the... explicitly in the rewards for the level. It's just shards, right? 67-1. Unlock shards. Okay, and 140.3 in 1 week. What is that? I've never even looked at this. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we just do the puzzle book stuff, and we've already unlocked everything needed to progress the puzzle book. Because that was this one, I think? Or this page unlocked that. And so then we get the puzzle book answer, and we get the final page, which will then unlock the next levels. So let's... My hotkeys for playing Tabletop Simulator are the same as my live split hotkeys. All right, 3 levels remain. Oh, I want to have enough gold on Snowflake to enhance crosswinds, but I think it only cost me 20. Yeah, it should only cost 20 gold because it'll be 10 less than this. So I can very easily just make potions with all my bonus herbs and sell those potions if I don't have enough gold. I really want this crosswinds enhancement for the next level. The everyone move 5 can be really, really useful in certain scenarios. Like, that is a lot of movement, and it's top move, right? I only played shards once, but I'm pretty sure that card is top move, which makes it useful. Makes it useful for shards itself, right? Because you get to move with it, don't you? Oh, no. Yeah, grant all allies and self move for X. Even, like, just a top that's, like, moving for 2 or 3, if you don't want to spend all of your tokens. That can be pretty valuable. And it sets wind, which is something that you definitely want. All right, the strategy for this level is extremely troll. But it seems really good to me. I think that this level is okay. It's not my favorite. I think I prefer the previous one that we did. I think it's kind of cool that just like as you go deeper and deeper into the level, everything gets harder and harder. And like you're being escorted by an NPC ally who's like actually really useful and doesn't have to worry about the retaliate that you do. But I can see, like, if you can't just cheese the level in a single turn with Coral, it getting really difficult. Oh, yeah. The level that gives you the heroics pet. Everybody stands next to a thing and like, oh, look, we looted all of it. All right, what do we do here? What do we do here? This level has a lot of spawning. There's a lot going on here. Scenarios complete when there are 4 damage tokens on A. At the end of that round, read 69.1. And Tabletop Simulator doesn't have a thing for A, but Crane starts there. He's an ally to us and an enemy to monsters. He has hit points. On initiative 99, he performs move 3 jump, moving towards his goal. If he's already there, or if he ends his turn on his goal, then you get to put a damage token on it. We can lose cards to negate damage to Crane. And we shuffle numbered tokens 1 through 6 face down next to the map. At the start of each round, reveal one and spawn the corresponding monster on the listed location based on character count. Whenever all numbered tokens have been revealed, shuffle them face down. So we need a random number generator. And I just use this. Oops. All right, so we have our numbered tokens 1 through 6 over here. Start of each round, we will summon enemies based off what's over there. And that's that. So I guess we can just go ahead and get started. Crane is already standing in A, so I don't need to do anything there. So we're just going to activate Tides. And what do I want on Snowflake? I guess I'll go ahead and activate Snowball. Nothing else really makes sense to do immediately here, so let's just get a card in the discard. And we get spawn number 5, which is one normal Harrower at G, which is right here. The pets for this level are going to be the Snow Imp, or maybe I should do the Rending Drake. The Rending Drake and the Ooze. And the Ooze pet is extremely good here. Chaos Demon, extra move, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man. That's okay. It's fine. Snowflake goes at 23. We'll go ahead and activate Snowball. And I don't need to do anything with my top. And I'm going to use the Ooze. So we're going to make a 2-hex obstacle anywhere on the map. And so we're going to make it right there. So this is now completely walled off. And so any enemies that want to get to us have to run all the way over on this other side now. Which is going to buy a lot of time for us. While Coral goes ahead and starts building up Tides. Harrowers move 2. Move 2, and then Crane does his turn, and we get 1 damage token on A. And I really do not think that there is anything for me to be doing here on Snowflake. So I'm just not going to play any good cards. We get the round 2 spawn, which is number 4. 1 normal Chaos Demon at I. Now, is this guy close or far? He's far. That's good. Harrowers stand still. Chaos Demons move 2. Move 2. Snowflake. I don't really need to move. I guess I could. Move a little bit. And Coral more Tides. And then Crane puts his second token here. And so we read the thing, right? When there are 2 damage tokens on A, read 98.2. All monsters within range 3 of Crane are now muddled. His goal is now B and nothing else. Okay. Round 3, we're going to get spawn number 6. A normal Harrower Infestor at K. Right here. That's a little annoying. But I can just Lifting Gust and push it away. And then here, let's just get more Tides. Spoiler. Harrowers stand still. They love to put Harrowers in these last levels, and they just stand still so much. I know the level you're talking about, where with the snow piles. I hate that level. The highest level character is a kelp who gets to level 7. That kelp has the personal quest of gaining 150 experience points through cards, and it plays a bunch of levels, so it gets up to 7. That gets to 7. The second snowflake that I make gets up to 5. I use shackles for 4 or 5 levels, and that shackles finished at level 5. So we've got a couple level 5s, a level 7. I don't think anybody hit 6. But for the most part, I'm trying to get as many retirements as possible. And then level 4 is a really, really good threshold, because if you go up 1 level, you increase the monster level. So like, you don't really want to go into a level with a 5 and a 4. Snowflake, I'm going to use Lifting Gust to push this guy away. I guess I'm not in the best spot for that. It's only going to push him 1. And he got bonus shield, and he retaliates 2 on me. So that's not great. And then I'm going to use Spirit's Call to go ahead and push Crane. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to bless Coral with it. Figure I might as well. That's not the right button. That one. And Coral is going to get 3 more tides. And then the Chaos Demons move 2, move 2. And then Crane moves to B and gets a damage token on it. Oh, was I supposed to? No, okay. I don't do anything yet. So round 4, we get spawn number 2. 1 elite black imp at G, 1 normal black imp at J. Elite and normal. Elite at G, normal at J, right? Yes. And so that's just 2 more tides. And then honestly, I kind of want to just like rest on Snowflake here. I guess I don't have to. Let's just play 2 cards, I think. Chaos Demons. Move 2. Move 2. And then that's just a range 2 card. Snowflake, I don't really care. I don't need to do anything on Snowflake. I'll heal myself for 2. Harrowers, this guy's moving 2, so I'll move down here. Move 2, move 2, move 2. Black Imps, this guy gets to hit Crane for once. Attack for 1, it'll deal 2 and poison. And then this guy, move 1, can't do anything. And Coral finishes the setup. Crane puts a second one onto B, which gets us the next section. All monsters within range 2 suffer trap damage. Unfortunate. His goal is now C. Remove any one of the 6 numbered tokens from the scenario, then shuffle the rest face down. If I get to pick, I would pick just any of the ones that spawn here. But I don't know if we're going to get to pick in digital, so we'll just lose a random one. And so next round I got 2, which is the same thing as last time. That's unfortunate. I do not like these black imps. Carried by the crabs? I wouldn't say so. Like, the final 3 unfettered levels and the final 3 lurker levels are done by, or like the mid lurker levels are done by Snowflake and Deathwalker. Kelp does play the final lurker level with Shackles. I feel like Snowflake is more of a carry than Kelp for the most part. I think Snowflake plays more levels than Kelp does, but they're pretty similar. It's just that there's only one Kelp for the entirety of the run, and there are 3 different Snowflakes that get made. Yeah, the Ooze Pet here is really, really, really good. And then, like, the big thing that's supposed to slow you down is if Crane's just moving 3 with jump, it takes him two sets of turns to get there. And then with Snowflake, I can Birds and a Tempest to give, so that I can grant him a move with Crosswinds, and I can move him all the way up here. Although I guess I would rather do that, like, really late rather than really early. I don't know, we'll see. But it works out perfectly that the turn that I want to go over and, like, play Birds and a Tempest is the turn that I'm shucking. Oh, whoops. And it works out really well that I can go at 8, because after Boots, Birds and a Tempest also goes at 8. So then the second card, we have 32 and 55. So Snowflake gets to go first. Did I spawn? I think I did the spawn already. So yeah, this is the start of round 5, and we can go. Unfortunately, the Harrowers are first. And I will use the Boots so that Snowflake underspeeds Coral. So this guy goes move 2, and attack for 2. It'll deal 3 and poison and set dark. And now Snowflake, Birds and a Tempest, and then grant movement. So 1, 2, 3. I could move him more, but I might as well send him over here and grant him an attack for 3 at disadvantage. And it does 3. And then now Coral. So same thing as last time. We have the bonus movement, Staff of Eminence, the Dark, and Muscle Potion. So this time I'm not disadvantaged. So I have +4 into everything while strengthened. So attack for 5. And it does 5. That's 2 retaliate. And it will wound. Because that's the other pet. I could attack him again. I think it makes the most sense to move on. And target this guy. I have not done a tide, so that's just a +1, but that's still 6. And then this guy, I always want to make sure I'm optimizing standing next to multiple targets because of the add target perk. It will just deal 5. This guy. There we go, there's an add target. So that kills, and then I'm going to target the Chaos Demon with the extra hit. And it deals 6 because of the poison. And then to here. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the 5th attack. And it will kill. And then here for the 6th attack. We get the add target, so that'll deal 5. And 7. That will also give this guy a Bane. And 2 retaliate for me. So do I want to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have moved 5. Okay, so I can... so I should have sent Crane over here. Because from this hex, I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is all of my movement. But I can use the light to get +1 move. Now, I always interpreted Shuck as consume the light to get +1 move to all of the moves, but in digital, it only gives it to you for 1 move. So I'm just going to assume it's going to stay that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to get over here, and then these ones are not at advantage. So that's 5 damage on the left and 6 damage on the right. 8, 9. I think that was all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have one more. I think I do. And so if I do, I'll hit this guy. And then with my bottom, I'll move with Endless Cycle, and then I can attack with Cresting Force and kill this guy. And that is Coral's turn. Crazy that that is 1 loss. Black Imp, he will just back away and attack for 2 and deal 2. And then he dies to the Bane. This guy dies to the wound, and then the Harrowers have already gone. And so now Crane will get to here and put a damage token down. That turn is going to be so much faster in digital. It's going to be very satisfying. 3 is a normal Chaos Demon to F. There we go. Finally, someone over next to Snowflake for her to do something with. Although I don't think I do anything. I think I just long rest here. Because, like, there's no chance that Snowflake dies. And I want to get my cards back so that I can grant Crane. Okay, Crane makes it with just move 5. And he has base move 3. So Birds and a Tempest is enough to go from this one to that one. Not this turn, but the following. Well, I mean, it's only used for 5 levels, right? So it's just the final 5 levels. The first 7 hours of the run is shuckless, and then the final hour will be shucking all over the place. But I think it's fine. We can just long rest both characters. Harrower, this guy moves 2. This guy attacks for 3. Chaos Demon. I guess there really isn't an element, because I didn't set one last turn. And I consumed the element that the Harrower set. Well, it wouldn't matter, because I'm long resting, so I would get to heal off the Bane anyway. This guy attacks me for 4, and he does 5. And then both of my characters long rest, no longer strengthened or buffed up or having that, but I do get the Cleansing Swell to heal all the way. And Snowflake will remove the poison. And we just get to drop 1 card, Blinding Vortex. Get these back, Boots of Speed back. I never Major Frenzy Potioned. All right, and then Crane will finish here, and we get the next section. All monsters within range 4 gain Strengthen. No problem. Remove any one of the 6 numbered tokens. So goodbye number 3. And new turn. So now Snowflake gets to go, I mean, I would say go crazy, but this, I mean, this is most definitely not going to be super crazy. I definitely want Birds in a Tempest so that Crane reaches. And then I guess it makes sense to just go with White Winds. And Coral can leave up Overwhelming Wave and bring down everything else. And lose, I don't really care. And I think I just set up Tides again. Oh, I never did the Smashing Torrent damage. Harrower, this guy's going to go fast. I'm going to Boots to go faster than him. And I'll just move here with Birds in a Tempest. And then I guess I'll double power potions with Eagle Eyes. So this is attack for 6. Attack for 6 and then 8. Does 4. Oh no, it's Eagle Eyes. I get a heal. And then attack for 8. And then Fulminant Flask. Almost killed that guy. Chaos Demon gets to attack me for 4. And Snowflake just loses a card. Oh, the Harrower up here would attack Coral. Not that it really matters. We get attacked and impaired, I think. No, muddled. And now Coral's just going to set tides. And Crane has bonus movement from the birds in a Tempest. Oh, I didn't spawn an enemy, did I? Number 4, 1 normal Chaos Demon at I. Oh, that's right here. So he will target Coral. We'll just take some damage there. I'm fine with it. Have a good one, Ken. Alright, at this point, I think I just go fast, activate Soft Flesh, and hit with Cresting Force. That seems pretty good. Snowflake, I can just go fast and default attack for 2. And I just need to move Crane 3 next turn, and then with his own move 3, he makes it over here. But that's not this turn, that's the next. So the spawn here is number 1. Normal Imp F, Elite Imp I. F, I. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, Coral is first. I'm not muddled anymore. That was last turn. I'm going to move here with Endless Swell, activate Soft Flesh, and then I have attack for 5. And Staff of Eminence will make it attack for 6. Oh, I can use Rough Boots on the move 3 to make it attack for 7. Oh, and it misses. It was disadvantage. And then an attack for 5. Oh, disadvantage, but that's a +2. Okay, it does 5. Snowflake, I'm just going to default attack for 2 with Polar Vortex. And it was attack for 4. It does 5 and kills. Oh, I didn't realize there was this guy right here. But he's not attacking, so it's fine. I could move 4. I guess I'll move into his face. Oh no, I don't want to be muddled. And he will strengthen himself. This guy will strengthen. And I get muddled. Harrower. Does this guy finally get to heal? No, I set light, not dark. So there is no dark. So he just gets to move here and attack in a straight line. And it's an attack for 3, and it does 1. And then the Chaos Demon is advantaged and does 4. And that muddles. And then Crane finishes here. All monsters within range 3 of Crane die. Remove one of the things, and his goal is now the next one. Oh, so I didn't need to do anything to this guy. And I guess maybe I should be trying to push, like, any other enemies. So I could have Coral just sit up here so that enemies come up here so that they would die in the future. Remove one of the cards. Alright, we just need to have line of sight to Crosswind's Crane to get him down. And Coral, I think I just want to tank. Let's just keep a card on hand so I can lose a card to damage if necessary. Harrower comes down and attacks, and Coral loses a card. Maybe I should have kept 2 on hand. Dart gets set. Snowflake, this guy's not attacking. So I've got move 3, heal self, 1, 2, 3. And then grant move 3. And I could grant him an attack, but this guy's going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, did I do a spawn for this round? I did not. Spawn number 6, normal infestor at K. Coral. Do I have anything here? Not really. I could attack for 2 into this Chaos Demon. I guess so. I did 3. No, I was still muddled. I still did 3. And then the Chaos Demon just attacks me for 5, and so I'll lose 2 cards. And then Crane moves to here. And there are just 3 turns left. Oh, I think this guy was also supposed to hit Snowflake, so let's just say I lost this card to damage. But honestly, I mean, at this point, it's not like super... It's not super 1. Do I have... No, I don't have pools of power, so... All of these would come down, and it would be random which card I lose. But now that Coral has cards in hand, it looks much better. And on Snowflake... I think I would just run away at this point. Run away and heal. Black Imp does nothing. The spawn is normal Black Imp F, Elite Black Imp I. Coral, just activate the shield and run away. Snowflake, heal 2 self, and kind of run away. I guess block off so that this guy doesn't get multi-target. This Harrower dies. This Harrower goes here and attacks for 2 and does 1. 2 because of the dark. Chaos Demon, he's not strengthened anymore, but he does have attack for 5, which will kill Coral. And then Crane finishes this. I do not have any clue what this next one is. All characters suffer trap damage. Well, that sucks. Alright, so we lose a card on both characters. And we lose another one of these. Hopefully in digital you're able to pick. Because, I mean, if I can just make sure that all the monsters spawn over here, that's way easier than them spawning down here. 6 is a Harrower Infestor at K. It's, like, actually sketchy. Especially because Snowflake needs to survive for Birds in a Tempest to still be out. I guess I can run, like, over here. Oh, but I don't need Birds in a Tempest to still be out because I get to grant Crane movement down. So this shouldn't be too bad. Oh, well, except Coral's almost dead. Chaos Demon goes really fast, backs off, and attacks me for 3, and will kill Coral. Not loving this. What is the Black Imps doing? Okay, they have move 0, attack and range. Okay. So I see what I need to do. The Harrowers just have move 1. So Snowflake moves over here and then grants Crane a move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with jump. This Harrower goes towards Snowflake with its move 1. This Harrower goes towards Crane. So Crane gets attacked for 4. And then the Black Imps go. These guys don't get to move. And this guy gets to attack. And on Coral's turn, I move Coral over here. And then this Black Imp, he doesn't get to move. Let's see, that was attack for 3 with a -1, does 2. With the shield, he only does 1 damage to me. And now Crane goes last and moves over here. And now we just need one more turn. I can't believe they put that everybody suffers trap damage. That's crazy. All right, and then the final one is A, F, and I, normal and elite. I bet they're going to let you pick which one doesn't spawn. And it'll definitely be these ones that I remove first. All right, so now Coral, I think, brings this down in short rests. Because then, yeah, if I can go at 8, I can lose cards to damage twice. And then on Snowflake, I can short rest and get off a heal. Because all we have to do is have Crane survive. Harrower goes fast, so attack for 2 right here. I take 2. Attack for 2 down here. Crane takes nothing. Coral doesn't matter. He's just getting the cards in discard. Black Imps. So there's an attack down here for 1, and it does 1. Then an attack for 2, and Coral will lose a card. And then an attack for 2, and Coral will lose these 2 cards. And then these attacks up here. Oh, I guess Coral would have lost the cards to those, wouldn't he? So Snowflake would have lost this card, and then lost the 2 cards that she played in the round. And then Chaos Demon. So if Coral had lost the 2 cards to these guys, then this guy would hit Coral, and Coral would die. And it was very close, but that's the end of the level. That is a disaster of a level. Gain of prosperity. You have to be such high prosperity to unlock this. That's kind of funny. All right. I haven't been marking any experience on Coral, but let's just see where we are. Yeah, 179. Absolutely no chance that I hit 5. Delete map. And we change characters before going into the next one. So this Snowflake is done. Snowflake doesn't get to play anymore. It is actually Trap that is going to play the final scenarios. More advantage of the one that kills everything. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah. I can move Snowflake up, or I can move Coral up to the top so that the enemies run over in that direction. And I can also, like, push an enemy or 2 over there with Snowflake with Lifting Gust. Like I said, I have not really played that level many times. I'm not too nervous about it. But it was very close there. All right, the final character we make is Trap, just for the last 2 levels. And man, I cannot remember what I had decided to do for items. We do get to start at level 4, and we get to start scenarios with a trap. We get to ignore traps. And then I think I just want to remove -1s with my remaining perks. I would love to take Unavoidable Outcome, but unfortunately I'm taking Path of Pain. I would love to take Extra Teeth, but unfortunately I'm taking Pyrotechnics and Dangerous Ground. Okay, no Furry Facade, no Dismantle, no Flurry of Nails, no Spike Pit, no Enticing Bait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So take out one of these. Did I decide to take out Exploding Decoy? I might have. Oh, I think it was Honeypot I decided to take out. Yeah, I'm replacing Honeypot with Path of Pain because it gives me more traps. And then on trap, we can just grab boots of speed. And an eagle eye goggles. And a cloak of pockets. Because, like, why not? We might as well have those items, right? Then I want stamina potions. I have no idea which one of these is stamina. Arrowvine, Snow Thistle, Axe Nut. First try. And I can put 2 more potions, so let's grab an explosive vial. Oh, a fulminant flask. Grab the fulminant flask, and no, I won't have access to the cloak of many pockets, just the cloak of regular pockets. So we'll grab those 3 items, and that seems really good. We did the unfettered seal. We need the Savas seal. I really like this level. Unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too easy. But I don't know what I'm talking about because I've only played it with Coral. So, I mean, that right there is pretty inherently broken. Oh, did I mark trap? Yes, I did increase trap's level. All right, so once again, we have Crane. Snare is complete at the end of the 12th round. At the end of the 4th round, read a thing. And we're going to be spawning normal ice storms and then lava flows on 1, 3, then 2, 4. Crane is our ally. He has hit points. He doesn't do anything, but has initiative of 99 for the purpose of focusing. Whenever any monster would be able to attack Crane on their turn, given their current movement and range, they focus on him. So why does it say he has initiative of 99 for the purpose of focusing? Because then right after that it says if it would be possible for them to hit him, they do. So isn't it more like he has an initiative of 1 and like hyper focus? Anyway, we can lose cards so that he doesn't take damage. If he dies, we lose. And then we spawn enemies. And that's all there is to it. So Coral is doing the same thing as before, except I won't have the Horned Helm for this because I don't have Birds in a Tempest, so I won't have the bonus move. Instead of the Horned Helm, it's going to be the Charm of Expertise, which is a completely different item in digital. It adds 2 +2s to your deck. I guess we could just copy the +2 that's in here and put 2 more of them in, because that's what the item I will be using will do. Oh, and we can take out these -1s. I think, because oops. I don't think there was a negative scenario effect. Nope. All right, let's do this. So we are just going to do the same thing with Coral, but Trap is very interesting here. We are going to go for Caltrops with Electrified Net. So Trap has a move 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to use this pet again, the Ooze, to create a 2-hex obstacle. Actually, I think I might as well do 3 right here. And then we're going to use this Lost, the Electrified Net, to make 3 2-damage stun traps. And so now when monsters spawn here, they have to run through the traps, and that's like infinite turns of stun. Essentially. It rounds up to infinite. And so that's... Oh, I guess I should have spawned the monster, right? We were supposed to have an ice storm, and now we get a lava flow for turn 2. And the top ice storm card was... Move 2 and make ice. Oh no, we are on round 2. All right, so now Trap. Yeah, I need to map out exactly what I need to do with Trap, but I think it makes sense to just go Boar Catcher Pyrotechnics here. And on Coral, I am just stacking. Ice Storm, that is a standstill card, and they set Retaliate, so they'll set Wind. Trap, so move 3 with Pyrotechnics, then increase the value of a trap, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think I decided the second pet here is Snow Imp. And I go ahead and burn the Snow Imp right here to get Trap even closer down here. Although, I guess that doesn't really make sense, does it? Now, let's do Rending Drake. That feels better. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll try it like this. Because I can just put this 7 damage trap right here. There's nothing wrong with that. So Boar Catcher plus the Pyrotechnics makes a 7 damage trap. Coral gets more of these. And then the Lava Flow is going to summon a Flame Demon. And then we get another Ice Storm. And Trap, what am I doing on Trap? I want to get down into the corner. Okay, let's say that I Stamina Potioned back Caltrops. Because that would be really nice to have here. And I can go Dangerous Ground Caltrops. Meanwhile, Flame Demon has move for 3, 1, 2, 3, attack range 4, and he can't reach Crane, so he'll just target Trap. Oh yeah, I was gonna put armor on Trap. That's okay. I take 4 damage. And then Trap goes. Trap will run into the corner with Caltrops, and then 2 3 damage traps with Dangerous Ground. Actually, let's make the 2 3 damage traps first. Because I think I like them up there. Maybe I like it like this. This is good. I think. I don't know, we'll see. Coral, 2 more tides. The Lava Flow has move 1, 2. And then the Ice Flows are both going to summon Wind Demons. That's really annoying. Is this only round 3? I guess it is only round 3. End that. Get another Lava Flow for round 4. And then Tides. Trap now. Okay, I definitely didn't want to be in the corner here yet. I should have done this next turn. I should have done Path of Pain bottom last turn. That's definitely what I want. Because it can be like, yeah, I make 4 traps on that turn. 2 just wound traps and 2 3 damage traps. And so I didn't need to get Caltrops back at all. But now I can go for Caltrops plus Improvised Improvement. And so now I get into the corner and I make this a 5 damage trap. Flame Demon, all adjacents suffer, and then he has attack range 4. He has move 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He barely does not reach Crane. So he would just go here to hit Trap. And it's attack for 1, it'll deal 1 and wound. And the wound is definitely annoying. Lava Flows just heal. Wind Demons move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coral gets set up. And then these guys summon Ice Demons. That is really annoying. That is way too many enemies. Oh well. Okay. That is everything. So we get to play 3 cards, and oh, I meant to stamina potion, but honestly, it makes sense to just short rest. And we get to read the next thing. So all monsters gain wound. Whenever any monster is spawned, they gain wound. They cannot remove wound with healing. At the start of each round, spawn new monsters. So we get, it's still a normal ice storm and then a normal lava flow, but now they are closer to us at E and then D. So E is right here where trap is. And because of the traps, it has to spawn right there. And all enemies gain wound. Oh, so I don't need the Rending Drake at all, because everything is already wounded. Okay, so definitely no Rending Drake. I probably want the Snow Imp then. Would there be any reason for any other pet? Oh, the Forest Imp. Yeah, I think I would go for this Forest Imp. That makes sense to me. Because, I mean, it's useful in this situation I'm currently in. Trap just goes as fast as possible, and I use Path of Pain. Wind Demons are even faster. They will suffer from the wound. This guy's definitely going to reach Crane, so he goes here. This guy has move 3. 1, 2, 3. So he will not reach Crane, which means that he goes after Trap. So this guy attacks Crane for 2 and does 4. This guy attacks Trap for 2 and does 1. All right, Coral now gets to Shuck. So Boots, Staff will get rid of the wind. Muscle Potion in both of these. And so I just have move 3 on the moves. I can Forest Imp to go ahead and heal Trap. And do I start with a move or do I start with the Shuck? I think I start with the Shuck because I want to be able to end with move into Cresting Forest exactly where I want it. So we go 1, 2, 3. And then this is attack for 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, attack for 5 with Strengthen. I did not do a Tide. So that would be 6. So that would be 4, which kills. And then to here, attack right there. The Pierce would be enough to kill. And then I think I'm just going to ignore the Flame Demon. He's just making a trap this turn, and he's wounded already anyway. And there's so many other enemies, it makes sense to ignore me. Move 3 gets to right here. And attack for 5 will deal 6. And I take 2 retaliate. And then let's move to here. Attack for 5 will deal 5. Let's go here. On the left, attack for 5 does 5. Now the Frost Demon. We're rolling +1 into +1. So that's 7. And I got a rolling shield and I take 2 retaliate. Then I guess this guy, that will deal 5. Oh, it'll deal 6 because he was poisoned already from Rancid Brine. So then I think I go back here and that'll kill. And then I can come right in between these two guys. Beautiful. For the last hit on the left. Oh, we get both of the add targets. That's unfortunate. So that's 5 and then 7. And then they're both poisoned. But I have Cresting Force for the one with more health. That's like attack for 14 or something. And then Frenzy Potion for the other guy. And so that kills all of them. And then finally, I guess I just move to right here with Endless Cycle. That'll finish Coral, and then this guy just makes a 4 damage trap. Don't mind if I do. Then Trap gets to go. We're going to do an advantaged attack with Path of Pain, and it'll deal 3, and then push this guy, boom, boom, and he will die. Ice Storm dies to wound. Frost Demon dies to wound. And this guy's attacking me into shield 2, so I will take 2. And then the lava flows are already dead. Coral is just going to long rest. And we get a lava flow spawning up here. And so what is Trap doing? I think this is just Dangerous Ground Pyrotechnics. So Pyrotechnics increase the value of a trap, and Dangerous Ground make 2 traps. So I will make a 3 and a 6. Oh. This guy dies to wound. This guy has move 2, 1, 2. He would not be in range to hit over there. So he will attack Coral, who has shield 1. So I take 3 damage. And then the Lava Flow, this is a move and melee card. And he was wounded from the scenario effect. And then I have Cleansing Swell, so I heal up all the way. We lose all of those effects, but I had Pools of Power, so we keep Overwhelming Wave. And down to the Depths. Feels like it's always a good card to lose at this point. Should be another Ice Storm down here, who is wounded. And so, oh, I guess a 6 damage trap is not enough here. It's not anywhere close to enough. Oh, but I could go for the... Okay, so this is where I should Stamina Potion back Path of Pain. That makes sense. I rest the first time I want Path of Pain back, and then I Stamina Potion it the second time. And Coral, it doesn't matter. I'm just running Coral up over this way. So Coral, I will activate Skitter to get bonus move. And then I have a move 4, and I'll activate Rancid Brine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I don't want to be close to this lava flow. It doesn't matter because he's stunned. This Ice Storm is fast, so I'll use Boots of Speed on Trap to outspeed him. Hit him with Path of Pain. Attack for 3, it will deal 2. And then he suffers 6. And he's going to heal, so let's use the Fulminant Flask to kill him. I think that makes sense. And then I have move 4 with Jump. But do I care? Yes, I want to move here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Flame Demon dies to wound, and then the Lava Flow is stunned. This is round 8, so we get another Lava Flow up top. And Coral is just playing 2 cards per turn to get ready for when we have more enemies. Oh, and Trap, I guess I can just long rest now. Because I don't have anybody to deal with. It doesn't really ever make sense to long rest Trap, does it? Let's short rest. Path of Pain is fine to lose. I mean, because it always makes sense to place a 7 damage trap here with pyrotechnics, right? So 7 damage trap right here. Oh, oops. Coral, just 2 tides. And the lava flow, they are not moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am not in range 4. So they just stand still and do nothing. And now we get the next set of instructions. Not that one. This one. From now on, in addition to everybody getting wounded, all monsters have disadvantage on all of their attacks. And now we get a normal Earth Demon at D and a normal Flame Demon at E. Now, unfortunately, I want the lava flow to move on the previous turn, which he did not. So the Earth Demon's going to spawn over here, but that's not a big deal. Like, Coral just comes over here and plays bodyguard for Crane. So, I'm not worried about it. Oh, Flame Demon is super fast. Oh, man, and he's going to reach Crane, isn't he? 1, 2, 3. Man, that's annoying. Alright, well, he attacks for 2, and he does 2. I was going to remove his flying with spring loaded and then pull him into a trap with exploding decoy. But I can't really do that now. So I guess I just get to look silly. Yeah. Oh well. I guess there's really just not much of anything for Trap to do. I'll move 2 up here. Coral, I'm going to use the boots that I should have gotten back when I rested. Plus the skitter to make a default move 2, make a move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will just eat the light to stun with Smashing Torrent. And it misses. But he's stunned, so who cares? Earth Demon is stunned. And then these guys cannot spawn because there are no hexes available for them. Next round is a Frost Demon and a Wind Demon up here. And so Coral's just going to sit here looking pretty. And Trap, you know what, let's just play Dangerous Ground. Frost Demon does nothing, he stands still. Wind Demon is going to attack Coral and deal 2 damage. Trap is going to pop Dangerous Ground, regardless of your line of sight, spring all traps and apply them to somebody within range. So I will spring this 7 damage trap onto this guy, and they're all wounded, so he dies. 3 damage trap into this guy, so he dies. And then stun trap here, stun trap here. Although, were they going to walk through them? No, they were just going to stand still and do nothing. Not that it matters. This guy is stunned from Coral. Or was that last turn? If he's not, then he heals up. Flame Demon is dead. Coral. If only I could do something on Coral, but I can't really. Oh! I have an attack for 5 with Cresting Force. And this guy should have been wounded. So 5, and I pulled a 0, so it does 3. And this guy dies to his wound. Those guys are stunned, so they do nothing. And then in the final set... Oh, all of their attacks were disadvantaged too. I forgot about that. All monsters have -1 to their attacks, and all of our characters have +1 to all of their attacks. We get an Elite Lava Flow. They both spawn at B. Interesting. And then an Elite Ice Storm. But there's no chance of them ever doing anything. So, okay, I guess this 5 damage trap I should put up here, because then I can Dangerous Ground the Wind Demon, and that'll always kill. Also, I guess the Wind Demon would have targeted Crane, but I mean, we have so many cards. There's no risk of anything happening at this point. So let's just go make a trap next to our boy. Yeah, trap will just come over here and make a heal trap. And the heal trap, like, really messes up Tabletop Simulator. I don't know why it does that. So we won't worry about it. These guys are moving and meleeing. So 1, 2, 3. And who cares? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wind Demon dies. Earth Demon is going to attack me for insignificant damage. And then we long rest, and I did have Cleansing Swell, so I heal up to full. And then the final turn. An Elite Ice Storm. And he moves a little bit. Earth Demon hits me. The lava flows like actually really get to do something here, but we have plenty of cards to lose, so we'll just lose like 4 cards to damage so that neither Coral nor Crane take any damage, and that's it. I do like that level. I think it's a cool one. They take so long to play on Tabletop Simulator. It's so much harder to try to go fast with this. What do we get for this? 2 prosperity. And then we force link to the final level, which is why I think normally Coral would potentially level up here. Possibly level up. I get almost no experience because it's like Cresting Force gives an experience, Skitter gives experience, but only if you have the elements, and Shuck gives 2 experience. I'm getting like max 5 experience per scenario with Coral. So even if I had 15 more, I wouldn't be level 5 before this level, and then we force link into the next one. So even if I hit 5 with the scenario XP from this one, which I didn't, not even close. So yeah, there's no risk of me leveling up. And now it is just the final scenario. The Frosthaven Seal. Now, the cool part about this level is Coral does not just shuck all over it in the beginning. That's not the first thing you do. Scenario is complete when the vestige of the imprisoned god is dead. And the vestige of the imprisoned god will spawn at the end of the 10th round. So we have to survive up until then. The 4 city guards are guard captains, allies to you and enemies to all monster types. Place C times 2, so 4 numbered tokens in any A, B, C, D. These represent the militia members, allies to both you and all guard captains, and enemies to all other monsters. Each has some hit points. We're monster level 3, I think. So that's 4 hit points after rounding up. On initiative 51, each round they perform move 3 and then attack for 1. At the end of each round, you may place up to 2 new militia members in any empty A, B, C, or D. No more than 12 militia members can be on the map at any time. Now, that's the only part that I'm nervous about for digital. Are they just, like, it says you can place 2 per round. And so, ideally for me, I completely ignore this tile. Just completely 100% ignore this tile, and I just spawn 2 militia members here every single round. And then the plan is that Trap deals with this tile and this tile. And Coral deals with this tile. And then halfway through dealing with this tile, just sets up to shuck on the boss as soon as it spawns. That's the plan. But I don't know if that works. So anyway, Forest Imp and Snow Imp are the planned pets. Okay, so at the end of each round before any militia members are placed, we can teleport A to H. And we can go to the middle tiles. So from this room, from the A, we can teleport to the D, or to the B, or to the E. And then from E, F, H, or G, we can go into the corresponding rooms. And we can't teleport between rooms. If any guard captain dies, at the end of that round, remove the map tile it died on. Oh, at the end of that round. Okay. That's actually really important and really good for me, and something that I did not realize. Okay, so remove the map tile it died on and move all characters in it to the closest lettered hex on 15A, or the closest empty hex to it if it's not empty. From then on, any monsters that would spawn on that tile instead spawn on that lettered hex closest to where it had been. The tree has some hit points. It's an ally to you and an enemy to all monsters with initiative of 1 for the purpose of focusing. If the tree is destroyed, the scenario is lost. At the start of each listed round, spawn the following monsters in any empty eye on the listed tile. Alright, so we get 1 normal Living Doom on 11 and 13. So 1 here and 1 here. Now, I really don't know where this guy is going to spawn, and that will change quite a lot of, like, what or how I want to do this. I don't know. We're just gonna have to give it a go and see. Now, I don't know exactly what I want the Coral plan to be here. I think it's Shuck plus Overwhelming Wave. And we actually play Shuck for the top this time. And then on Trap, I want Path of Pain plus Exploding Decoy. Now, I didn't do this last scenario, but we get to start with a 2 damage trap next to us. So put that right here. And we're ready to go. So city guards are first. This guy is 3. We'll just let him go first. It doesn't matter. He attacks for 2. And he does 1. And this guy attacks for 2. And he does 2. Then it is Trap. So I am going to Fulminant Flask this guy, and he suffers 4. And then I'm going to use Path of Pain. Make a Wound Trap, move 2. Wound Trap, move 2. Make a Wound Trap. And then Exploding Decoy, attack for 2. It does 0 damage. But I get to pull this guy through the 2 damage trap and wound him. Then militia members, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Coral. Tides. And then this guy. Oh no. He would be baning my guard captains. Okay, well, I guess I just reset if they get the Bane card on turn 1. I guess maybe I wouldn't have to do that. Because I could use the Rough Boots to move 3. 1, 2, 3. and then Coral would be the focus, and I still have Shuck's top. And then over here, this guy is going to move up here and attack. Oh no, because the Bane is a part of the attack. I was thinking he was going to die to retaliate, and then the Bane doesn't matter. But the Bane would definitely matter. I have Pyrotechnics to place a healing trap. But then the only way I would be able to spring it would be Dangerous Ground. And the guy's not even in range anyway. Okay, so if they get the Bane card on turn 1, I just restart. We know that for the future. Let's just assume this guy moved over and it was a melee attack. And so this guy, let's say he does 2 damage. All right. Round 2, 1 normal Strike Fiend at 2 and 1 normal Strike Fiend at 7. And we also get 2 militia members. So 1 on 2, 1 on 7, and we'll just put 1 militia member here, 1 militia member here. Oh, and Trap ended the turn on B, so I can go to F, which is where Trap wants to be. So Dangerous Ground plus Pyrotechnics. And then on Coral, I guess it makes the most sense to get a Tide and then move over and stun. Okay, and Coral is first. So I'm going to move for 2 with Soft Flesh, activate Sharp Chitin, and then attack with Smashing Torrent. And we have the top of Shuck, so we have Pierce and Wound on this attack, and Stun. So that's going to deal 3 damage, and Stun and Wound. Trap, I'm just going to move and make a 6 and a 3 damage trap. Militia members, boom, 1, 2, 3. So we get an attack for 2. It does 1. I struggled with the math there. That'll deal 3. And then down here, that guy deals 1. And then the city guards. So down here, he's going to kill and strengthen himself. Up here, wait. Like this. We get an attack for 4. Ooh, it does 8. And strengthen himself. Over here, it does 3. And there's nobody up there. No, this guy. Living Doom is dead. And then Shrike Fiend, this guy would go after the militia member, was faster. And he kills. And then over here, he would target a militia member, and he does not kill. And he pushes. Oh, talking way too much. All right, 2 normal Burrowing Blades on 13. I don't know which one that is. Okay, it's Coral's tile. I assume they would spawn there, but I don't know. The way they like to do it in digital is kind of mix up the spawnings, so I have a feeling they would do it like this. I just have a feeling that's where they're going to spawn. Which is definitely worst case scenario for me, because I would love to be able to skitter and hit them both, but I just feel like this is how they're going to do it. These guys are really, really annoying, because if they get a wound onto the guard captain, then the guard captain will die, because Coral cannot heal him. So, ideally, they would be close together, and Coral can do everything in its ability to kill them. But I don't know about that. Makes me think that I should have done down to the depths instead of sharp chitin earlier. And like if they get their target the furthest thing away, I just don't see a way where Coral can prevent them from getting the guard captain. So this is the scariest part so far. And we're like right at the beginning of the level still. We get more militia members. And I'm going to put them both up here. Actually, I guess just one of them, because they did really well up there already. And I already did the spawns. And so I'm going to just make traps. All right, what is the Burrowing Blade card? Furthest enemy away and attack with wound. That really sucks. Hopefully the guard captain will just get wounded and not really take any other damage at any other point in time. And then I still have 7 turns, which is all that I need. So I'm going to move down and I'm going to activate down to the depths. And then we have light, but we don't have dark. So move here and attack this guy. Attack for 2. Oh, it misses. Really, Coral? Really? Alright, and then attack for 1. I already had Pierce. Oh my gosh, it also deals 0 damage. It does 1 because this guy was poisoned. That's far less than ideal. I guess we'll Frenzy Potion. And that is going to deal 6, which will kill. Oh, in this instance, Coral is the furthest thing away. But the city guard's going to move closer and probably going to aggro him. I have a move 4 with the pet. So maybe I can use that to my advantage with the pet and the rough boots. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. If they spread out, it's just probably going to be an issue. But we'll see. We'll see how they end up doing it for digital. This guy's going to back out, hit here, and then here. That's 5. That's 3 damage. And a miss. And this guy will hit here and then here. That's 1 damage and a kill. And then the city guards. So this guy will attack and deal 3. And then this guy will attack and kill. And then this guy, 1, 2. Oh, it's just move 1. So he would go like that. And he does not get to reach. And then the militia member comes over here and deals nothing. Trap is just going to make stun traps in range 2. Okay, it copied the effects. Frequently it doesn't copy the effects. I don't know why, it just doesn't. And then unfortunately this guy is going to go 1, 2 and attack all of us for 1. So I take 2, this guy takes 1, this guy takes none, but we all get wounded. All right, round 4. 3 normal living spirits at 11. So that is up here. which I don't really have any plan for dealing with. The goal is just hope they're okay. Oh, I didn't do the militia members over here. So presumably they would have moved up and killed this guy. Coral, I think I just activate tides and hit this guy. Because this is about time for me to be resting. And trap, electrified net is gone. Let's stamina potion back pyrotechnics. I haven't mapped out exactly where and how I want traps placed. But a 7 damage trap can't be bad. So trap is done. Coral, we're just gonna go tide, and then attack for 6. And with Shuck, this guy should die. Yeah, he would die with the Shuck. City Guard takes wound damage. Militia member, let's just kill him. And then no other enemies except for up here. So we get ally hitting the lower standee and then militia hitting the lower, I guess right there. And they were both attacking for regular, so this guy deals 2. And the militia member does none. Ooh, this living spirit's gonna die. That's really nice. So he attacks and deals no damage and dies to retaliate. This guy attacks. And he deals 2. And then 2. And then this guy attacks and deals 1 and kills. And the burrowing blade is dead. I believe I long rest Coral now. Round 5, 2 and 7 normal Shrike Fiend. Is that the exact same as... Yeah, that's the same as round 2. Not you, you. Up here. And down here. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 militia members, so I get 2 more. And I don't need any of these cards for traps, so let's short rest. And get out more dangerous ground. Shrike Fiends, Suffer card. City Guards, so this guy's going to take 2 retaliate, and he's attacking for 3. He does 6. 2 retaliate. He does 4. Trap, we get to make a 6. I'd rather the 6 damage trap be down here, and the 3 damage trap be up here. And I should have put this 7 right here. I want like the bigger damage traps down here and the lower ones up here, because the living spirits are only 3 health. So I need like 2 3 health traps up here. Militia members. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 3 attacks for 2. And they kill. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 3 damage here, and they barely do not kill, and they both die to retaliate. And then the living spirits attack for 4. 5, it does 3. And that does 2, so he barely survives. And then Coral can leave up Overwhelming Wave and lose 1 card. I guess a tide makes sense. And we get to refresh this. All right. Path of Pain with Improvised Improvement. And then I think this is just 2 cards at a time. Round 6, we need to get to round 10. So if I play 3, 2, 2, that would be round 6, round 7, round 8, round 9. So it's just 2 cards every turn. The round 6 spawn, 1 normal Living Doom at 2 and 1 elite Living Doom at 11. I don't know which ones those are. Elite Living Doom up here? And a normal Living Doom over here? No, that's 7. So this is 2. And this is 11. Is that right? Normal Living Doom at 2, Elite Living Doom at 11. Okay, that's what it says. Shrike Fiend. Oh, that's really annoying. So he gets attack for 3, attack for 3. It'll deal 1 and kill. City Guard gets shield and retaliate. Not great. Coral gets tides. Trap is going to make a wound trap and a wound trap. And one of them 5 damage. Living Spirits do nothing. And then Living Dooms are going to spawn Living Spirits. That sucks. That was like worst case scenario. Okay, that was round 6. Oh yeah, this guy's been dying slowly. But it doesn't really matter because he's going to survive until the end of the thing. I guess unless he gets hit this upcoming turn. This is round 7. Normal Burrowing Blade at 2 and 7. So 7 is this one. And 2 is this one. I'm shucking on round 10. And I should be healed because I long rested. And I played... Yeah, I played Skitter, so Endless Cycles in move 4. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, I guess you're right, aren't you? It's round 11. So round 7, round 8, round 9, round 10. Well, that's awkward. Yeah, so the cards are coming out too quickly. I could... I guess if this pet were the lightning eel, then I could have not left Overwhelming Wave up. I could have brought it down, and I would have had it in my hand. And then that would be one more card I need to play. And then I can Lightning Eel to suffer 2 damage and get a card back. So let's say that is what we did. In which case I would just take this turn off, because I would be playing this on this turn. Or, oh, now I've confused myself. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I do play 2 cards for this turn, and then I lightning eel back endless cycle. Oh, I can't get endless cycle. Okay, so I lightning eel back sharp chitin. And trap. Oh, trap, I don't want spring loaded for this level. What can I bring instead? Spike pit. And that's much more useful. And we'll play that right now. I don't need caltrops either. Okay, so endless cycle is a move 4. And then sharp chitin I can just discard. And then I can recover it with the pet. And trap can also recover, I guess, improvised improvement. And with the move 4, I can get to here to teleport to the middle. City Guard, Shield and Retaliate is not ideal. Trap is going to move and place a 3 damage immobilized trap right here. Living Spirits, surely they kill this guy up here. Yeah, okay. They kill. I haven't been spawning the militia members. But they're going to do a little bit over here. Not a ton. Okay, no, nothing. What is going on over here? This one is scary. And I should have some more militia members. So let's say a militia member goes in and hits this Shrike Fiend. Because I just haven't been spawning them. So the Shrike Fiend dies, but over here everybody's going to die. Let's see, this guy comes up and attacks for 1. And he takes 2 retaliate, 3 retaliate. But Buddy gets got. And this guy would be going like over here. And he deals no damage to anybody, but he gets all the wounds off. So this guy's going to be dead. The Shrike Fiend is dead. And then the Living Doom attacks for 5. It would deal 4. It only deals 1 damage. And it disarms. And he takes 3 retaliate. Round 8. This is going to be so much easier in digital, not having to deal with all of the admin. Okay, normal Shrike Fiend on 7, 11, and 13. (13) 7 and 11. Okay, and all of these guys come down here now because this one is dead. This is a lot of living spirits because of the summoning. So that is very much not good. That is very much not good. I don't know, maybe it's fine. Take a damage to lose a different card. Oh, I already lost Boar Catcher. I think it's fine. Coral will be right here. So Coral could move over and tank, but I really just want to be activating Tides. We will see. Alright, Living Doom, this guy just stands still and does nothing. He sets Retaliate. So I appreciate that. The Living Spirits, I can Boots on Trap to outspeed them. And so now, Exploding Decoy, I just target this guy, I guess, and pull him right here. Attack for 2, it'll deal 1. And then I can use Dangerous Ground. So I needed to spread these traps out a little bit more. Had I placed them... I should be placing the traps all around the center and not around the edge at all. And then anything that comes down will come down onto the edge. Because I have a bunch of traps that just aren't in range of anything because they all spawned over here. But with Dangerous Ground, I can pop this trap and kill this guy. Pop this trap and kill this guy. I guess I give I can just put all 3 traps into that guy. Oh, whoops. That definitely would not kill the Strike Fiend. But it would stun him. Two damage and a stun. And then these traps over here just don't do anything. And now both the Living Spirits attack the tree. Wow, and it takes 7 from the attacks for 2. Can I lose cards for the tree to not take damage? No, I cannot lose cards to make the tree not take damage. That sucks. Alright, and there's a Living Spirit down here. He attacks for 2. He does 1. Militia members... Man, I mean, who even knows at this point, right? I mean, let's just give, like, a little bit of damage, but not much. City Guard, this guy dies. And this guy dies. And then the Strike Fiends kill. So this did not go well at all. I did forget to spawn militia members for a really long time. So I guess I should still be spawning a couple, shouldn't I? Because they should still be spawning in the middle. Oh, and this guy probably kills here. Dang. So this would be round 9. And then I guess, like, this would be round 10. And then this is round 11 to kill the boss as soon as it spawns. Monsters on the platform die? No way. If a guard captain dies at the end of that round, remove the map tile it died and move all characters in the closest text. Oh. Oh, that's so much easier. But you're right. You're right. I read that completely wrong. Okay, it's just characters. Alright, well then I wouldn't have had any of those guys, and it would just be the spawning guys, and that's so much easier. Okay, so Trap just places the traps all around the tree. And then as soon as things start spawning in... Man, they start spawning in so much slower then. Okay, I was thinking that this was like really, really difficult if the tree's that squishy and it has initiative of 1. But yeah, if that's the case, I mean, I wouldn't have had... So many of these guys wouldn't have been there. All right. Well, thank you. That that cleans that up a lot for me. I am going to have to do this again sometime, and really map out exactly what I want to do with Coral. I think the play is just going to be to never play 3 cards on Coral, except for maybe like the last turn. Because if I want to shuck by round 11, then we go round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. Okay, so if I played 3 cards twice, that's round 5, then long rest round 6, then round 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can play 2 cards of 3. 2 rounds of 3 cards. Right? Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, round 8, round 9, round 10. Okay. So 2 sets of 3 cards. I don't know how I messed that up this last time then. Or maybe I missed one of the round ticks or something. I don't know. I feel good enough about it. Now that you've corrected my error, that makes it so much easier. How much health would the boss have? Yeah, the boss is 60 health with a lot of retaliate. Oh, okay, so it's very important that Coral is full health. Coral really needs to be like full health, because that's a lot of retaliate. But if I have like 8 tides, then I can do attack for like 12. And then 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay. I'm going to want a couple traps that Trap can spring as well with Dangerous Ground, maybe. I don't know. I really just want to wait and see what it's like on digital. But we'll call the split there. We'll say it took 9.5 hours, but that we beat it. I think that's accurate enough. What about playing faster and shucking in the 3rd cycle? Well, so the reason I put shuck on this platform is this platform doesn't spawn very much stuff. So that's tile 13. So we get 1 living doom in the beginning. That guy's really easy to take down with shuck because we get the pierce and the wound. Then we get 2 normal burrowing blades at 3. But then tile 13 doesn't get another spawn until round 8. So as long as my guard can stay alive, then I won't have to worry about this 1 Shrike Fiend. Like, even if the 1 Shrike Fiend kills the guard, then the Shrike Fiend dies. And I would just get 1 Elite Living Spirit and 1 normal Shrike Fiend spawning here in H. And that just doesn't seem like a big deal to me. So I think the plan is really just like militia members kind of take down one side. Trap kills the Living Doom that spawns here initially. And then Trap just completely surrounds the tree to keep it as safe as possible. It would also mean any melee monsters wouldn't ever be able to hit the tree. And then as soon as there's an opportunity where there are at least a couple monsters down here that I can kill with Dangerous Ground, I kill them instantly. And if the boss has already spawned, then I can get a lot of trap damage into the boss too. If not, maybe I need to bring... I don't need to bring Caltrops for any reason, so I should bring Dismantle, because I can keep a couple like 7 damage traps around, and in case the boss is still alive, then I can do like an advantaged attack for 7 with Dismantle. I could even, with Dismantle bottom, I can spend time consolidating some of these traps, and I could have an attack 14 trap ready to go by the time the boss spawns. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think it's fine to have Coral have a bunch of turns that are just playing 2 cards, because there are just very few monsters that spawn on this tile. Because like they're intending for you to go from like 1 tile to the next, which I could do, but I don't want to be worrying about like going to 1 tile and then barely missing a kill and not being able to get back in time. It seems like it's easiest to just plan around Trap making the middle a very, very hostile place for monsters. And then as soon as the boss spawns, Coral kills it. But thank you. That definitely does help. That makes it so much easier. So thank you for correcting my inability to read. Anyway, that is going to be it for me. I'm going to bed. Have a good night, everybody.